Hi guys, I'm here from Pax Europiana in the car in the sunset in this beautiful city, the New York of the Balkans. It's again here in Tirana. Yes, it's the New York of the Balkans. I will show you some of the beauty of Tirana as I saw it. I'm driving in from the west gate, basically. That's TEG it's called, yeah. No, it's the east gate, Tirana east gate, yeah. So I'm confused now. This is Faka and this is the highway here. It's very beautiful. They have this police now. They are very strict with the speed limits, yeah. I was not too fast, luckily. And here it's the sunset. It's I'm again too late for my meetings, but I was very active here to settle all the things and to organize everything and to make a small video again. So it's very beautiful. I'm very happy here, and this is a beautiful, very wonderful country which has deserved EU membership in 2000. I have to watch that I do the right thing in terms of exactly. I made one small mistake here already. Now I think I'm on the right track for the Ruga Elbasan. I'm not going to Elbasan, don't worry. I was there already today. I showed you some of the industrial legacy of communism. That was the reason I went there, to show you some of this legacy of Albanian communism, which is really a very big tragedy, and only inside the European Union this can be cleaned up. That's one of the reasons why I say clean it up, Europe. We must clean the things up, because only inside the European Union there is enough funding for cleaning up such places, yeah. Because how can a small peripheral country like Albania produce the tax revenues to somehow remedy the whole leftovers of Chinese communism, expansionism, which they have done in the 1960s and 70s on the request of the Communist Party here, and they have destroyed all these things with the idea of autarky, and they have built all these legacy projects of industrial waste, and there were never any commercial reasons. They were completely built on disasters, communist Chinese disaster legacy. And then how should a country now in Albania have the tax revenues when they have to develop the country as well completely? So look how beautiful this part is now. Really, he has painted everything. Rama is a painter and an artist, and he is very serious in that one. I'm here heading now into the town, and this was really very difficult 10 years ago when I was driving here and living here to do that, but now actually it is much better. This is the presidential palace for the festivities, Palati Brigada it's called. Here there's the big receptions. Here is the student city where the revolution was in the year 1990, when the Albanian students brought down communism. Very, very good. Thanks a lot to all these heroes. It's a great student city here on the right, and there's also the Embassy Road, a new one. There's a lot of the embassies have been replaced from the old Embassy Road. Yes, you see this beautiful, not the cabriolet car, but here one of the best restaurants in the town. The Albanian flag flying high and proudly over this beautiful country. And I'm now driving into this part. I think on my podcast I have not shown you that road and that entry of Tirana. I'm not very sure. Maybe I have. But it's a beautiful part of that town. And now we're entering this New York of the Balkans. I think it's very justified to call it like this when you think how beautiful then here suddenly the opening is, with all these new skyscraper buildings and all these amazing new developments. And we're gonna see what we can do in a second. And I see that here I have a turnaround. That's of course the question, can they pass? Here you see the Tirana skyline. I call it always the New York of the Balkans, and I think I'm justified with it, yeah. Here, very good, very good. Here the young people have money, they have their beautiful cars, they show it off. It's very Mediterranean culture. The driving is like in Italy or in Greece. Lifestyle is the same. The roads are very blocked at 8 o'clock in the evening because everybody wants to go out. And that's of course when many Central Europeans go home, they go out. It's good, it's nice, and I like it. To be honest, I like it a lot. And here we are in terms of this beautiful country. And I have here beautiful memories of these 6 happy years I spent here. And here we go towards the center. I have to go to the boulevard. I forgot a bit how that works here, but I think that's the way to do it. There's somebody completely confused running over the street, which is also the reality of this country. That's the American embassy. It is a classical building. Albania, of course, not a newer country like Macedonia and Kosovo and Montenegro, so they have a legacy building from the past. And here you have this New York of the Balkans, the so-called Air Albania Stadium. Yet you see this very new development that is really tremendous. I lived some years in that building over there, and all this was looking like a slum, but it's impressive how it looks now today. When you look at it, that is really tremendously beautiful today, and that's really very impressive. I try to find my way here, and I'm here heading to this beautiful part of town to show you the skyrise buildings and how they are looking. The police is relatively good working. In that building I worked and I lived actually some years, in that apartment here over the Pizzeria Venezia, a love flat. It was 2.5 happy years. Here there is this huge Sheraton construction works, and that I showed you already. Here of course the Air Albania, impressive, and here the Sheraton renovated, quite impressive, actually very impressive. And here a lot of new developments. That's the university, and here I'm at the boulevard. I think I can continue here to drive into the city. Yes, it looks like that's very fancy place now to go out, and there's much more construction here, so there will be even more developments. So Tirana really has tremendously developed in the last years, and that was really very good. And here's now underground parking, fantastic, actually very good. And here do you see the university, and that's what they call the boulevard. So very good, absolutely very good. I like it a lot. Here we are, very good, tremendous. There is this beautiful town. This one you know from my podcast already since a lot of time. Here some foreigners, tourists who are walking across the boulevard. I always call to make it a pedestrian zone, but of course, as long as driving is so easy. This is the cultural palace, this is the presidential palace. Why they didn't put Elena Kochachi in, I have no idea. I never understood Rama. But he does something for the city, that's true. And Albania, let's not criticize him too much. I made this promise, huh? Yeah, what to do? What to do? This is the New York of the Balkans. Here this wonderful big high-rise buildings, and here the Rogner Hotel, the home of all Austrians. And I somehow made it to the check-in at 8 o'clock. Here is the big holy places of that country, and we are moving ahead, and we are fine, and we will be good in some seconds. I just have to manage my time a bit better with all these small or other obligations I have, so things are like they are. Thanks a lot for everything. Here the Spanish flags are flying high for whatever reason, I will find out. Thanks a lot from Paxa Ljubljana. Here in the Rogner Hotel the Austrian flag is flying high.